Hey, what's up, guys? It's MugenLord here, and welcome back to the channel. I know it's been a while since I've uploaded a video here. It's been almost 2 weeks, I know. So the topic of this video is a YouTube update for this channel. And as you see the title, it says what's next, because there's some things that I have planned, and I guess you would say a critical decision I made as far as the channel is concerned and what I'm doing moving forward. It's not a bad thing at all. I just want to make that clear. So I don't want you guys to panic or be scared or anything like that. I just want to set the mood for that. But this is gonna be pretty much a serious video. I'm talking eye to eye, talk with you guys. Probably no music in the background. It's probably just all silence, and it's just me talking to you guys to let you guys know a critical decision I decided to make as far as YouTube is concerned and what I'm going to be doing with my life moving forward. So before we dive into it, make sure you hit the subscribe button, notification bell for more content here on this channel. So we're going to dive into it right now. All I gotta say is that it's been one hell of a ride, especially for this YouTube channel. I started YouTube back in 2006, and I had evolved and went into so many different directions with this channel, man. It shaped, it morphed, it became so many different things. And I really appreciate the people who stuck around this long. Like, you guys are an awesome bunch, and I really appreciate it. And I'm talking about those who are actually here for me. And like you guys enjoy whatever I put out. And I really like that. That's what keeps me going. That's what keeps me motivated, that I can actually speak my mind on certain things, and you guys is here for it, whether you agree with it or not. And I really appreciate that. So what's going on? Why I haven't uploaded anything here on this channel? Well, for one, as you guys know, for the past couple of months, I've been posting in my community tab, which I keep telling a lot of you guys, especially if you guys are new, go to my community tab. Even if you don't see me upload any content, I'm bound to post something in the community tab so you guys know I'm alive and I'm doing different things that I haven't forgot about you guys if you haven't seen any content. So definitely check out the community tab. But a lot of you guys have known for quite some time that I have been experiencing a lot of stress, a lot of burnout here on this YouTube channel, where YouTube just doesn't feel fun anymore. It feels more like a job more than something that is a hobby to me. And a lot of that happened is because of what happened in 2023. I think that was I guess you would say, a life-changing moment here for this channel. And what do I mean by that? If you guys don't know and you guys are new, it all started with this one video where I gave my opinion about how Western developers depict female characters versus how Eastern developers depict female characters. It was only supposed to be a one-off video. That one-off video was supposed to be just it. You know, I gave my thoughts and opinions on it. I've been talking about a lot of things that's been going on within the gaming space for a very long time, even during the time when Gamergate first started back in 2014. I talked a lot about it on my streams, talked a lot about it on my Discord, but I never put it in the form of YouTube content, as a YouTube video. And just that one time, it had garnered so much views, so many people liked it and enjoyed it and passed it all around on social media, on X. And Melanie Mac, despite how you feel about her, and despite the fact that I made a video giving my opinion about, you know, her crash outs every once in a while, I can give nothing but thanks to that woman for giving me a platform and exposing everybody to my YouTube channel. And then also Asmongold. Asmongold tipped me over to the finish line. I started out with I had 12,000 subscribers in 2023. I was stuck at 12,000 subscribers for years. Couldn't get past 12,000 subscribers. And then out of nowhere, just those two alone. There were others, but those two was the driving force behind how I got the exposure that I've gotten. And because I got from 12,000 subscribers to now to 24,000 subscribers, my YouTube channel and as a content creator, things had totally changed. And it changed so fast. Because now I have a massive audience that's here to and want to hear my thoughts and opinions on topics similar to what I talked about when it comes to the depiction of female characters from both Western and Eastern studios. Now I have a whole entire audience. But for me, this looked like the good thing was because now people can come over and watch my other content. Because my other content, which is game reviews, retrospectives, I passionately talk about certain games that I like. And those videos weren't really getting views. People weren't coming in watching those videos. But now I have a massive audience now, so I'm like, okay, there's bound to be some trickle down effect where people's coming in, they came in for this content, but then they come over here, now they have a buffet full of gaming content and commentary from me. And now I look at it today in 2025, that was not the case. There was no real conversion at all. A lot of people who actually came for my culture war takes came only for culture war. They didn't care about any of the other videos that I have, and I was really hoping. And if I did get some conversion, it wasn't even 1% because I didn't see a massive bump, in views in my typical videos. It was only when I'm shitting on Capcom, only when I'm shitting on Square Enix, only when I'm talking about what's woke and everything like that is when people really care about what I had to say. They don't care about any of my creative ideas. They don't care about any of my other type of content that I have. And what makes it worse is the algorithm. I think it's the worst thing that happened to YouTube because people become slaves of it, especially if you're a culture war. Once you start that culture war train, you ain't coming off of that. Me, on the other end, I had this main character mindset that I'm different from everybody. I can fight the algorithm. I'm going to continue to do the videos that I do while at the same time producing some culture war stuff to keep those people there and hopefully they convert over to my other stuff. And the algorithm showed me that they were the balls because every time I put out a video that wasn't culture war, it bombs. It bombs really bad. And then it catastrophically hurts my channel. And it puts you in this box where you can't really create the content that you want to create. And it started frustrating me. It really did. And it started actually depressing me because sometimes I can sit down and like, I put all this thought into this video, or I'm like, man, I'm really passionate about this. And then the results doesn't show that passion. And you shouldn't seek instant validation, but I've been doing YouTube since 2006 and stuff. So I know how it works. But for the fact is that now I have something to compare it to. And the fact is that I have videos that I'm really passionate about versus the culture war stuff that started out as something I was passionately talking about to something that I started beginning to dislike or have disdain for. And I think the culture war has really been the driving factor to why I experienced the burnout that I experienced. For the simple fact is that you have to stay on top of this stuff because it's news every day coming out when it comes to this type of content. And when it comes to the social media era of information, information gets outdated in sometimes hours. And what happens is as I produce a video and put a video out, the video is no longer relevant because new information came out. So I thought I can even combat that by waiting a couple days to see what else new come out, and then I can make one big video of, the cultural aspect of gaming or whatever's going on within the space and make one big video about it. But still, that wasn't enough. I had people in the comment section saying like, dude, you're late. Why the hell are you making this video when this is already talked about already? This, that, and the third. So I started seeing a lot of that started springing up and started happening. So now I'm like in a rat race. I have to constantly keep trying to stay ahead of things. Now, I already have other types of passions and other things that I work on. I started my own comic book company called Venus Orion Comics. That's something I really enjoy doing. I love creating stories. I finally have something that I've created. It's my own. And I've put it out there and shared it with the world. So now that I've started this, and now I have the culture war stuff, and I have to stay updated on a lot of this content, it was pulling away from the things that I enjoy doing and I'm passionate about, which is Venus Orion Comics itself. So now it started frustrating me because now I want to spend more time on Venus Orion Comics. I really don't want to talk about this culture war stuff all the time. It's burning me out. And then on top of that, it's starting to become annoying. And both sides begin to annoy me. The anti-woke side starting to annoy me. And of course, the woke side has always annoyed me. But it was more so the anti-woke. It's because now we got into a sense where people are getting the wrong idea when I do content like what I do when it comes to culture war stuff. People try to box me in and say that I'm a culture war YouTuber when I'm definitely not. A lot of people get the wrong idea of my point of view on and stances on certain things. When it comes to localization, like I said before, I personally don't give a fuck about localization. If the game is good, the characters are good, I don't care. A lot of people may disagree with me, and that's fine. But I get a ton of hate for that. You know, I'm part of the problem. I'm a wokey like the rest of them. This, that, and the third. And then on top of that, when it comes to when I voice my opinion on the digital gaming in the all digital era, the digital future, it started getting ridiculous because I made a topic or a discussion on Twitter talking about how digital gaming is inevitable, whether we like it or not. I'm a physical guy. I enjoy physical media. And I said a lot of it has to do with convenience, especially when it comes to the younger generation. I mentioned my daughter. My daughter really don't give a damn about physical media. Even when I teach her like the importance of it, her generation don't care. They grew up in the generation of the digital era. They grew up with social media. They grew up with mobile devices. They grew up with the internet. They grew up with the ease of access to their favorite things. So for them, especially for my daughter, she don't care about that. It doesn't matter to her. And I said, this is why we're going to go into that digital era where we have the younger generation who don't really care because they didn't grow up in that physical media. Yes, you may have some of them that love physical media, but a vast majority of the younger generation, they love the convenience. And me saying that, for some strange reason, all of a sudden my parenting come into question. People are calling me a bad father or a bad parenting because my daughter don't care about physical gaming. Like, she don't really care. She has physical games, but she don't care if she has it or not, like, as long as she has the game. But now all of a sudden my parenting, people are attacking my parenting because she don't care about physical media. Like, it start getting ridiculous. And then of course we got to this situation to where I gave my opinion about some of the Korean developed games, like The First Descendant. I started talking about Stellar Blade, and I started pointing out Black Desert and many other like Korean based games. And I was saying, I gave my personal opinion. I was saying that in my personal opinion, I noticed that like the character designs come off generic to me. A lot of them do. I was giving examples and showing like side by side of some of the characters and stuff, showing The First Descendant, and people took offense when I said, to me, I think despite how beautiful Eve is, I talked about Stellar Blade a lot on this channel, and I also got the game as well. I said, despite how sexy and beautiful Eve is, for me, her design itself, I think about her character she's generic to me. She's a hot character, but to me, she's generic. She appeals visually looking at her, but overall, her character itself, the design, I'm talking about the aesthetic. I'm not talking about her backstory or anything like that. And this is another thing people are confusing. I gave my opinion. I said she's for me, her design is generic in my personal opinion. And my God, I started triggering so many people to the point people started attacking me. I got accused of racism against Korean people and all kinds of stuff. And this is from the anti-woke side, not the woke side. This is from the anti-woke side and stuff like that. So when I started voicing that, and then people started questioning my credibility now, people started saying they're disappointed in me because I gave my personal opinion about Eve. I didn't say Stellar Blade is a bad game. I didn't say that she was a bad character. I was just talking about the whole design of the character itself, not her personality, just the aesthetics and stuff. She's pleasing on the eyes, but she's generic to me. That's all I said. And the anti-woke side just couldn't handle that opinion. So now my parenting comes into question because of my daughter don't care about physical media. And now I'm accused of racism against Korean people. And one person literally said they feel like I stabbed them in the back because of having my opinion about Eve. It really started getting like ridiculous when it came to that. And the more and more I started thinking about it, I'm like, why am I online arguing with people or trying to prove my point or trying to make a case for people who won't see it my way, who won't come into like some type of middle ground or understanding of what I'm trying to say, what is the point? Like, what is the entire point behind all this? I said it's not productive. It takes away from what I really want to do, which is Venus Orion Comics. And then I thought to myself that, you know what, fuck it. That was like really the straw that broke the camel's back. And on top of that, the other opinion that I had, actually somebody gave me a death threat and stuff like that. And I'm saying that, like, why am I doing this? Why am I creating this content? Why even giving my opinions on any of this stuff anymore? Why? It's not productive. It's not fruitful. It's not going anywhere. It's not. So after that discussion with Eve and Stellar Blade, and then the discussion and my thoughts on the main protagonist in Resident Evil 9, which you can also check out as well. And as I said before, I wasn't talking about her story or anything like that. I was just talking about the overall design. Like I said, I thought she was pretty. I thought her design was feminine and stuff like that in the first trailer, but I didn't like the render that they showed with the jacket and everything. She had like a boy, like a male body with a female head. That was pretty much what I was saying. And man, boy, did I get attacked. My post was all over Reddit. People made videos about it. It was crazy. So with that being said, it really pushed me over to the edge to actually make my final decision on what I want to do moving forward. And the thing that I want to do moving forward is Venus Orion Comics. Like, every time I get off social media, I'm in a whole nother world creating. I enjoy creating my characters, the worlds, and everything. And I find peace in that. I wake up every day and I think about it. I work on it, work on my craft, trying to improve, get better. And I want to take Venus Orion Comics to a whole nother level. But I can't do that if I'm constantly here feeling guilty that I haven't made a YouTube video in a couple days. That now it feels like an obligation that I have to put these videos out in order to satisfy my audience and everything. So it makes it harder for me to do Venus Orion Comics while having that guilt in the back of my head creating content for the MugenLord channel. So I took a stop for a second. I took a long pause and thought about what I wanted. And what I want is Venus Orion Comics. I want Venus Orion Comics to be the best that it can possibly be. In order for me to do that, I have to put my all into it. In order for me to put my all into it, I have to remove so many distractions, and I also have to make some sacrifices. And that sacrifice is I can't post as much content on my MugenLord channel as people would want me to post. Now, my focus is Venus Orion Comics. My focus is the Venus Orion Comics YouTube channel. My focus is the Venus Orion Comics Twitter page. That is the focus. I'm focusing on Venus Orion Comics. Now, when it comes to my MugenLord channel, I decided that, hey, I want to make gaming fun again. I don't enjoy gaming anymore. Because of me covering this culture war stuff, it became depressing. It became not fun. And I started finding passion in Venus Orion Comics where I'm actually creating the things that I enjoy. So gaming started to look more of like I'll get to it when I get to it more than anything else. Look, I still have my Nintendo Switch 2 in the box. Still haven't even opened it yet. I still have games still in the plastic. Backlog is crazy as hell. Haven't really played any fucking video games. Any video games at all. Because now that I've become a creator and I'm creating my own things, it seems like playing video games is like an unproductive use of my time, where I could be creating something with Venus Orion Comics. So now I decided what I'm going to do with this YouTube channel is that I want to make this channel fun again. I just want to just talk about video games. Not just talk about video games, I want to play video games. I want to sit down and play them. So from now on, from here on out, my MugenLord channel is going to be an outlet for me to wind down and relax and just have fun and chill and make gaming fun again. I have an entire backlog of games. So now what I want to do is I want to be able to clear this backlog by enjoying it with you guys by live streaming it more often and get down this backlog and play video games and enjoy gaming with you guys. Yes, we can still have our Mugen after dark and stuff like that. That's no problem and stuff. But I want to get back to playing video games. And yes, there still will be some video uploads, but it won't be a consistent basis of uploads on this channel. So whenever I feel like, man, like there's something I want to talk about, particular with this particular game, or if there is a review that I want to review for a particular game, which we have Grand Blue Fantasy Relink coming, review coming, I will still post here. I'm still posting here. This channel's still going to be active. What I'm saying is that this channel won't be consistently uploading videos like you guys are used to. 3 videos a week and stuff like that. Sometimes 4 to 5 videos a week. No, I'll just post whenever I feel like it. And I will be streaming here more often on this channel. So the channel will still be active. But most of my energy now will be on Venus Orion Comics YouTube channel, where I've been behind the scenes for the past 2 weeks, just scheduling content for the YouTube channel and creating content for my Patreon to bolster support for Venus Orion Comics in general. And that's what I've been working on. I don't even feel bad about it. I actually feel good at the fact is that I haven't uploaded anything in 2 weeks. I don't feel bad. It doesn't stress me out that I haven't made a new video or anything like that. Now I'm able to, I release those shackles, I release those chains, and now I'm able to create without feeling any type of guilt or any type of pressure by forcing something for me to come up with and create here on this MugenLord channel. So now my MugenLord channel is going to be my outlet for fun and for chilling with you guys. And another reason why I decided this is that I realized that I'm no longer a commentator. I'm a creator. I want to create. I have ideas that I want to put out and I want to share with the rest of the world. So I don't have this commentary mindset no more. I'm at the point where I'm like, fuck the gaming industry. If it crash and burn, oh well. I don't care anymore. I don't care about it. Like, I moved on from that. I want to be able to create. And that's what I'm doing. I'm creating my own thing now. That's why I like Hollywood with MCU, the DC comics, and all this other type of wokeness and stuff that they want to put. If they want, like, fuck it. I don't care anymore. I don't care. I'm doing my thing over here. If they want to destroy everything they touch, then so be it. And then while we still have other people over here bitching and complaining about problems, but no one is doing anything to provide any solutions. So I'd rather just leave that crowd to themselves and just focus on my dreams, focus on my passions. So that's what I realized. And I also feel obligated to keep creating content because I was hoping that at some point that people would love my ideas here on this YouTube channel when it comes to Venus Orion Comics. And Venus Orion Comics is all my ideas, but people don't come to MugenLord's channel to hear my ideas. They came here to hear my commentary and opinions. And I understand that now, which is why I realized that I have to focus my energy on my Venus Orion Comics channel and naturally grow an audience who cares about my ideas, who cares about where I want to take Venus Orion Comics, to build a genuine audience that really wants to support what I'm doing. Because I won't get that conversion here on my MugenLord channel. Anytime I post anything VK related or Venus Orion Comics related, the lowest viewed videos. Sometimes they don't even reach 100 views. So it goes to show that people don't care about my ideas here on this channel at all. They only care about the commentary, and that's perfectly fine. So now I have to rebuild a completely new audience. And it's going to take some time. It's going to take a lot of hard work for me to even make this possible for it to happen. I've done it before over here. I can definitely do it again over here. So it's not anything that I'm worried about. I just know that there's going to be a lot of hustle, a lot of grinding. I've been going to conventions with Venus Orion Comics. I've seen a lot of success on social media. Me promoting Venus and Ryan Comics, I get more feedback from social media than I actually do on you know, my MugenLord channel. As I said before, when it came to my successful campaign for Varion Keller's Vampire Killers, which is called, you know, VK for short, most of my support didn't come from my own audience. Not even 1% supported my Venus and Ryan Comics or my VK campaign. Not even 1% from my audience. Most of my most of my following or most of my support came from people outside of my audience. Cassie Cage, LG, Words of Paradise, and then the Hypnocast, and then social media, complete strangers from social media who see my content, and also the Kickstarter community itself, the platform itself. People who just run into VK, liking what they seen, and decided to back it. That's where my audience, that's where my followers came from. And that's where my campaign was really supported. It wasn't supported from my MugenLord audience at all. Not even 1%. So that let me know that there's no conversion from my audience to Venus and Ryan Comics. So I'm not going to even bother. It's just best that I build from scratch. And that's what I intend on doing. So hopefully you guys can have an understanding. Hopefully you guys decide you guys want to stick around. You already seen, if you already seen the signs of where I was going. If you look at my community tab, I haven't uploaded any YouTube videos, but I've been uploading a lot of Venus and Ryan comic stuff on the community tab. If you look at my Twitter page, I've been posting nothing but Venus and Ryan comic stuff. Venus and Ryan Comics is now my priority. It's no longer the MugenLord channel. And as I said before, the MugenLord channel is still going to be active, just not as active as it usually would be. And I want to keep it that way because now I have to put my passion, I want to put my time into like maturing Venus and Ryan Comics. In order to do that, I have to make some sacrifices, and that's part of being a creator. That's part of being an entrepreneur. That's part of the process of chasing your dreams. You have to make some sacrifices and make hard choices. It's just a matter of if you're willing to make those things, make those sacrifices to reach your goal. So I understand if you guys unsubscribe to the channel. I understand if you guys don't come back to the channel. I completely understand that because you guys came for a specific thing. You didn't come for the other things, and I understand that. If you guys do enjoy what of my ideas, or just enjoy the content that I already produce on the MugenLord channel, you guys are still welcome to stay here. And if you're interested in what I'm doing with Venus and Ryan Comics, you can check out the Venus and Ryan Comics YouTube channel. And if you like it, subscribe. Only if you like it. And only if this is something you're interested in. Because I need to build this audience naturally from the ground up. So that pretty much wraps up this video. If you have any thoughts in the comment section below, let me know. I'm going to try to be more active on the Discord. I've been so busy because I've been putting my head into Venus and Ryan Comics for these past couple of weeks, and I haven't been stopping. I've just been focused on that, and I haven't stopped. I've been up all day, all night, going to bed late and stuff because I'm really serious about this. So that wraps up this video. If you like the video, hit that like button and subscribe button for more content here on this channel. This is MugenLord, sign off. I'll see you Game Fiends later. Peace out.